Hi and welcome to day 2 of Vida. So you'll be seeing day 1 and day 2 on the same day because I accidentally missed a day. So I'm kind of quickly trying to catch up. So if you didn't know who I am, I'm Aaron James, aka the kind of flounder in real life. I think that's the new thing I'm going with. But yeah, so everything on here is Disney, theatre, LGBT+, all of that stuff. Vida is me trying to get back into doing regular content. So I've asked everybody to put below on my first video what they want to see, what videos, what do you want to know? Are we going Disney, are we going theatre, what do we want? I can do it. So, but today to start it off, I kind of went to what one of my friends had put to get an idea of what to do. So I went to my good friend Amy Lovett, who is a Today social ambassador with me. I spent all yesterday with her anyhow, so I was like, let's have an Amy day. So yesterday we went to see Carrie Hope Fletcher perform live at Cadogan Hall, and she was amazing. It was the perfect blend of Disney and musical theatre songs and stuff from shows that you wouldn't really expect, like Amelie and one of the songs from The Rescuers, the Disney film. She was like, oh, I bet nobody was know The Rescuers, and I was like, yes, I love that film. I love Bernard and Bianca, and I even have somewhere the little plush of the two of them together from the Disney store, which you can still get. It's still there, and I'm definitely totally wearing a Flotsam and Jetsam cap. I think I said that in the last video, but yeah. So I went through Amy's content and I looked for something that I realised I hadn't done yet, which was my top 10 favourite musicals. So just a warning before anybody says where is Hamilton, where is Dear Evan Hansen, I kind of decided I only want to put the shows that I've seen. Because at the minute I still haven't seen Hamilton, I still haven't seen, well, Dear Evan Hansen isn't here, Come From Away, etc. Obsessed with the music, just I haven't seen them yet, so I don't feel like I can say they're my favourites yet, because I will watch them. Like Waitress, I love that music. Like, I've been obsessed since Sarah Bareilles released a concept album. Let's kick it off. At number 1 is Rent. I have grown up with Rent since I was 5. No, I didn't watch it then, but my parents went on most of the UK tour because their best friend was the MD of the original UK tour. I know, me being a theatre geek now, is so jealous that they couldn't have just taken me around at 5 and made me listen to a musical that definitely was not for my age range. But still, I'm like so jealous. Whenever we see a show that somebody is in that was in the original cast, they're like, oh, I know who that is, and I'm like, shh, don't make me cry inside. Rent has always been a real dear part to me. I think I watched it first when I was like 12, 11. I watched it really young, but because I'd heard my parents rave about it so much, I just wanted to watch it. And I think when I was coming out and the whole process then of like kind of understanding who I was, it was suddenly seeing these characters like Collins and Angel and being like, wait, I understand kind of what they're feeling. Love the music. Probably the one show that I actually know all the lyrics to. When I saw the tour, I literally bawled my eyes out during Will I from the start to the end of the song. No clue why Will I, but it just broke down. So one day, Mark Curran, anybody listening? Me please. Coming in at number 2 is Once. I loved Once. When they announced the UK production, I was so here for it. And I went on the week of my 18th birthday, so me and my parents did this week of shows, but Once was on my list and I'm so glad I saw it. It is the perfect show for actor musicianship and Falling Slowly and Gold and everything, and the bar on stage and everything. I was just like, this is amazing, and how they used different languages and everything, but most of all, the music was just lush. Number 3 is Kinky Boots. So Kinky is joint second, I think, on my most seen shows. I've seen it 6 times and it's going on tour soon, so that's probably going to go up a lot. I've seen the original West End cast and pretty much quite a few cast changeovers since all understudies. I loved Killian in the role and I loved Matt Henry, but I'm also loving the new cast, and especially Jordan Fox. If you ever see him on as Charlie, I recommend. Once my friend messaged me like just before, on the day that she knew that he was on, totally bought a ticket and went to see it, and one of the coolest moments was when he stepped in on the second birthday performance as Charlie in the interval. So I got to see him as Harry in the first act and then Charlie in the second act. So good, and his Soul of the Man is amazing. But just in general, I love Kinky Boots. I love the message and the feel, and it just is one of those shows that makes you dance but also makes you feel great for who you are and just to love everyone regardless of who they are. Show number 4 is Everybody's Talking About Jamie. So I've seen Jamie a record-breaking, I'm taking this off now. I've seen Jamie a record-breaking 7 times for me. Well, not for anyone else, people have definitely seen it more. But for me, I've never seen a show that often. And to see a show that only opened in like October, crazy, but I love it. I love the feel and the Britishness of it and just the music. And when Josie Walker sings He's My Boy, I'm just a wreck. When I took my mum to see it, as you'll know in the video, watch the video, I'm literally just redoing that video. I love this show and I'm so happy that it's extended, and we shall see this weekend how it does at the Olivier's. Number 4 is Avenue Q. I wouldn't have normally put this there, but I recently saw an amateur production of it, but it was totally not amateur in how it was. But I forgot how much I love the show. It's so well written, and I was a big avid lover of the Muppets when I was little. And yeah, it's a Muppets but adult style, and I love it. I'd love to play Princeton/Rod. I did a video about this before about my dream roles. It'll be somewhere here, but watch that because I just literally like blabber about most of these shows, to be fair. Next is From Here to Eternity. So me and Taya, that was like our big bonding moment, was that we both loved From Here to Eternity as much as each other. I got to see it twice, and then I went to see it when it was broadcast in the cinemas because I loved it that much. And it's basically an adaptation of the film, but it's all based on Pearl Harbor, but the music was just, everything about it, the choreography, just, it was a stunning piece of work, and you can get it on DVD and watch it. I really recommend every like stagey nerd watches it, because we need a production, like a tour, or just for it to come back in the West End, because it did not get what it deserved. Number 7 is Mary Poppins. So this is more because it's dear to my heart, but also just because I love this show. Mary Poppins was my first West End show. It was back in 2006 or something like that, but I remember we went down, me, my parents, and I think my nan, but either way we went down to see Mary Poppins, and of course it had to be Disney. I mean, my first West End show had to be Disney, followed by Wicked, but we'll get to that. It was dark, like, and I wish that song was actually back in it now I'm older, but I remember being so petrified about the scene with the toys. That freaked me out as a little kid. I remember hiding. I love Mary Poppins. It's Styles and Drew mixed with the Sherman Brothers. It's just that quaint but beautiful music, and just, it melted my heart. It's just such a good show. Oh, and also, when I saw the UK tour, Rebecca Locke was Mrs. Banks. I saw her as Mary on my first show, and I tweeted her to say, oh my gosh, because she was the understudy and she was on for my first West End production. I had her on as Mary. And then when I saw the recent UK tour, she was Mrs. Banks, and I was just like, this is a moment, this is a fanboy like freaking out, like, Number 8 is Matilda. So carrying on from Mary Poppins being a kind of family show, Matilda's the same, but also really dark and very British, which I think I love in a family musical. I don't want it to be this whole bubblegum. So I'm not a big fan of Annie, for example, because I find it too bubblegum sweet, whereas I love how Matilda deals with kids, and they're such good performers. Every time I've seen it, I've not been let down by the young cast, and I don't sit there going, oh, it's a little kid. I go in and think, this is the character of Matilda. I don't have to sit there stressing that they're gonna have a moment. I remember the first time when I sat in the stalls and the swings came out, it was that moment of like, theatre really can be magical. But always sit in the stalls. I'm not a big fan of sitting any higher than Matilda. Just a small fact. So number 9 is Les Mis. So Les Mis I've seen 3 times and I need to go back soon. I didn't get to see Carrie, if anybody's wondering. I don't know why I've not been back. I think there's too much new coming in. As the longest running West End musical, I can totally always know why, because it's just breathtaking. Like, the 25th anniversary production was amazing, and I wish I was at that concert so I could just feel the force of all those voices singing one day more. I mean, seriously, what? On My Own was everything for me. Every time. I don't care about Gazette. Eponine and Fontaine just these powerhouse female roles who are just like, look at me, I don't have to be frill and fancy. Oh, I love them so much, and I think a show can't have run this long if it isn't epic. And for me, Les Mis has always been that, not Phantom. I'll get to that in another video. And my final one in my top 10 is the obvious that I think most people have in their top 10. It's Wicked. Wicked was like the one that I just needed to see. So it was my second West End show, and I love Wicked. It's I think it's such a relatable show, and anything that Stephen Schwartz writes, I will love. So, the music of Godspell, I recently saw Pippin at the Southwark Playhouse, and it was immense. Every show, like, I really hope he's going to write something soon, because I just love his music, and there's so much depth, and it's so... I've been in a proper rave about Stephen Schwartz recently. After Pippin, I was just like binge listening to his music, because Wicked, Defying Gravity, The Wizard and I, No Good Deed, Popular, it's just bang after banger after banger. It's just like, no good deed will I do again. I love that show. It's just wicked. And yeah, that's my top 10. So, hopefully it's not going to be as good as Amy's video, but hopefully you enjoyed this, and I want to know your top 10. Let me know down below, and are you shocked by any of these? Did you not know about any? Probably from here to eternity. But let me know down below if any of these shows you have watched. What do you think? Is your top 10 like mine? Are you now going to binge watch any of it, or binge listen to any of these shows? Let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe if you want to join the Aeron family, and follow me through Vida. And find me on my social media at aeronjamesofficial, especially because a Love Simon giveaway is probably on its way, or some other cool stuff. Yeah, anyhow, I've blabbered on enough and I've got to edit this down. So I love you all, and I shall speak to you soon. Love you, Aeronauts. Bye. 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 Bye.